So the finale of Rebels is here, and this time they're taking on Vader. Ezra, Kanan, and Ahsoka all arrive at Malachor, trying to find out why Yoda wanted to send them there in the first place. The first assumption is to gain knowledge that could help them take down the Inquisitors. Of course, we know that isn't the case entirely, as the group actually stumble upon a Sith temple. They explore the inside and see what they find and walk across a battlefield with old lightsabers, showing that there was once a large battle taking place there. An Inquisitor takes them on to trying to distract them to get back to their ship, making them stranded, or worse, trace it back to the rebels' hideout. Ezra falls into a lower level and is met by a familiar face, Darth Maul, who leads him to a room that he claims can destroy the Sith entirely. Maul is manipulating Ezra into opening the door to this room through the use of anger and other emotions that lead Jedi to the dark side. Maul leads him to a holocron that contains all the Sith's secrets, and they use the Force to get to this platform. They retrieve the holocron and meet up back with Kanan and Ahsoka, who are fighting all three Inquisitors, in which Maul convinces the group to get to the top of the temple, where there is a room that only can be opened by the holocron. After the Inquisitor attacks and they split up, Maul teams up with Ezra once again, and they fight one of the Inquisitors, with Ezra almost dying from the attack, but Maul saves him quickly and kills off the Inquisitor just in time. He even goes up to Kanan and Ahsoka and takes out both of the other Inquisitors, and he reveals that Ezra will be his new apprentice, as the location they thought to be a Sith temple was actually a battle station. Maul wants to destroy all his enemies, including the rebels, so he can get his revenge. This is when we get Ahsoka versus Maul to Maul versus Kanan, in which is quickly over as Kanan throws him off the cliff, but not after damaging his eyes. But of course this wasn't enough to stop him. Ezra realizes that he was tricked, and right as that happens, Darth Vader shows up, and Vader begins to fight Ezra, destroying his lightsaber, and when he's about to attack him, Ahsoka shows up. She takes on Vader alone, and they battle it out, Master and Apprentice. Kanan shows up and helps Ezra turn off the holocron, and Ahsoka sacrifices herself to take Vader on alone. We don't know if this is the end for her for good, or at least the end of her on the good side. Maul escapes with the TIE fighter, and Vader escapes with Ahsoka, and Vader escapes later on. We leave the episode seeing Ezra taking a look at what's inside the holocron that's stored in it, possibly beginning his journey to the dark side. Just when Rebels was getting great, it comes to an end. This was a great episode and had me on the edge of my seat the entire time. The biggest highlight for me was Ezra's subtle turn to the dark side, with Maul manipulating him so easily the entire time. But when Vader showed up, that is when the episode's quality just jumped up and began to feel more authentic to the original trilogy. I do wish that the Inquisitors were delved into a bit more and at least were kept alive, especially since they introduced a new fourth Inquisitor in this episode. At least it was a very satisfying finale and makes me excited to where they go next in the Rebels storyline. So see you next season on the next episode of Star Wars Rebels.